Hello, Mother Trucker Yoga here. Hope Savara coming to you live. It's Wellness Wednesday, the evening edition, and it's 7:30. Not sure what time it is by you, but as you filter in, drop it in the comment section. Let me know where you're tuning in from. What state are you in? Where are you headed? Where are you coming from? If you watch my lives, you know the routine. Are you at home? Drop it in the comment section and let me know. I'm at home right now, and we're talking about feet tonight. But let me know where you are at in the comment section. Hello, 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 as you guys tune in. How is everyone tonight? I hope it's a great night for you. And to all my truckers out there, happy Trucker Appreciation Week. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are what keep America running great and strong, but more importantly, I just so appreciate everything that you do, that so many of us, I don't think people even want to do. And you show up every single day and you do it well, and you do it in the most amazing way. So if you're not a truck driver, please, please, please show your appreciation to those fellow truck drivers when you see them, and you never know whose day you might improve. Hey Eric, hey Jeff, hey Wendy, thanks for tuning in. Dawson, Minnesota. I don't know where that is. I feel like I should, but I don't know where that is. Hey Joey, I am doing great. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Trucker Appreciation Week to all those truck drivers out there. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I just got my walk in. I was like, I gotta get moving. I was in an all-day workshop today on the computer, and I was just kind of not moving. So I needed to get out and move. Hopefully you got out and moved today too, and it's never too late. You could do a couple laps around your truck, or you could get some chair running in. If you follow me, you know what I'm talking about. But today, I'm talking about a very important topic. We're talking about something that everybody has, actually two of them, and it's about your feet. We need to pay more attention to our feet. Most of us, we put socks on, we put shoes on, and we go about our day. But our feet are really the bottom of our body that everything reacts to above. So your neck pain, yes, your neck pain, heck, your headaches that you can't seem to get rid of could be because of your feet. So this idea that everything is connected, everything travels, really works from the ground up. That's part of the philosophy that I teach with when I teach movement and health and fitness and biomechanics. It's everything starts from the ground up. And I thought it would be helpful. Hey Joe, just left California, in Arizona now. Whew, I hope it's not hot there, although I imagine it is, so drive safe. Looks like you are crossing the country. Hey Jeff, oh Joey, just got done fixing a fence. Nice. Nice. So maybe you need a little bit of foot relief if you are on your feet. But the idea of taking care of our feet, I feel like, is misunderstood, and it's something that's often overlooked because we just are told, buy better shoes, buy more supportive shoes. Oh, you need this or you need that. But really what our feet need is to get all that crap off. And we need our feet to be stimulated. So for many of us, we're using orthotics, or we're using what I call pillow shoes. So a little shout out to Skechers out there. So if you're buying shoes because there's memory foam in them, you could be doing more harm than good. So I like to use the idea of, if you broke your arm, a few years ago my son broke his arm and he had to get a cast on. And one of the biggest things that the orthopedic surgeon was concerned about was getting that cast off as soon as possible. Obviously till the bone healed, but he was worried about something. Can you guess what he was worried about? He was worried about atrophy. He was worried about those muscles not doing their job anymore. And even when he got his cast off, it was like he had a skinny arm and a not skinny arm. And our feet are much like that. If we are wearing shoes constantly in this concrete jungle that we live in a concrete jungle. Most of us walk more on pavement than we do on regular earth, if that's what we should call it. What ends up happening is those feet, those muscles, those tissues get lazy. They stop doing what they're supposed to do. Those muscles stop working. And more importantly, they're no longer being stimulated. And we need those muscles to be stimulated. We need those tissues to be stimulated. You have 72,000 nerve endings on the bottoms of your feet. And if you're in shoes all day, if you're walking around on hard surface like this ground here, that's not being stimulated. So this can affect digestion, this can affect elimination, also known as constipation. This can affect back pain, neck pain. This can be the reason why your knees hurt, why you have chronic headaches. And so many people are overlooking this really important part of the body. And so I want to encourage all of you, I'm going to share some tips with you in a second, to get your shoes off. To get your shoes off as soon as you can at the end of the day, or maybe the middle of the day, or if you can be barefoot in the morning, or whatever it is. I know many of you, you're living in a truck stop and you're in your truck all the time. But when you're in your truck, you can have your shoes off. But it's not enough to just get your shoes off. You also have to stimulate your feet, because we walk on perfectly flat surface all the time, and those muscles get lazy and those tissues aren't stimulated, and then all of a sudden we have pain. We have plantar fasciitis. We have knee issues and we don't know where they came from. So what do? We get more supportive shoes, but it's an artificial environment. So there's a couple of things that you can do to better your health that don't take much time, that's going to help you when it comes to back pain. It's going to help you when it comes to that funky foot pain. It's going to help you keep your body mobile for as long as possible. And don't give me the age thing. I've had clients and students as old as almost in their mid-90s, and having them get their shoes off, although it's a process, it was the best thing that ever happened to them. Their plantar fasciitis went away, their knee pain went away, they were more mobile. So we're going to show you a couple things to hopefully be able to help you with that. Jeff says, very good information. Hello from a parking lot in Missouri. See, you're living in a concrete jungle. But good news, just because we don't have a dirt hill in our backyard and we don't have the ability to walk on a pebble beach, although that would be really great for you. I used to run up my driveway as a kid with my 3 sisters, and we would race. And we had a gravel driveway, and my dad was a sewer pipe layer. And so we didn't have the nice, like, rounded pebbles. We had, like, the sharp rocks, like, because we got them from his work. And we used to run on that stuff. And so I had tough feet. So if you're like, oh, my feet are too sensitive, it's because they're caught in shoes all day. So how can we help this? What can you do? First things first, get your shoes off. Get your shoes off as often as you can. Start in small bouts. If it makes your back feel a little achy, it's because you're not used to it. So please don't blame it on the fact that you don't have shoes on, because we have been walking without shoes on since the beginning of time. It's just our environment isn't as conducive, so we need to implement some strategies to help. So get your shoes off. Secondly is you need to do something with your feet when those shoes are off. So if you have something like plantar fasciitis, rolling out your feet on a frozen water bottle is great, but we need some additional stimulation. Think about it as like a massage. I'm going to a massage therapist and they rub all your muscles. You want to be able to create an environment that can do that too. So one thing that you can use is a massage roller. So if you look, see how these are like little, like kind of rounded spikes? And I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, that's going to hurt so bad. Well, this is one of those things that it's a hurt so good. So we have to tell ourselves that because we have been walking around in shoes all day. So this is actually something that we sell on our website that you can roll out all different body parts. It feels really good. Get that circulation going, stimulate those muscles, but you can also do this with your feet. And like I said, you can use a golf ball too, or a, let me see if I can tip my camera here. Okay, hold on one second. This is the beauty of doing a Facebook Live. You have to kind of work with me. Okay, because I never know if the comments cover that or not. Okay, so whatever it is that you're using, I'm going to roll the bottom of my foot out on this. And I'm not going to lie, this is pokey, okay? And if I get on a sensitive spot, I'm going to push in and hold. I can also do that on my heel. Actually, I'm on bare floor here, I'm on a carpet. So I'm going to push it on my heel. I can also do it on the ball of my foot and roll that out. If it's a little too sensitive, put a sock on. Put a sock on. I'm just going to roll out that foot. You can do as much or as little pressure as you want when you do something like that. Ooh, my arch is a little tender. So when we do that, let me tip this back up. We're like totally do it yourself here right now, you guys. So when we do stuff like that, we're re-stimulating those tissues, and that travels back up. So if you feel like you can't get out and move a lot because you're driving, there's ways to be able to supplement that with just a little bit of effort. So if you don't have a massage roller, you can check it out on our website, but you can use a water bottle, frozen water bottle. You can use a tennis ball. You can use a golf ball. Don't let the feeling of not having what you need stay in the way or keep you from being able to do these things. Because if you're walking on flat surface all the time, you have to stimulate your feet somehow. You have to create the environment that we are lacking in this world. So truck driver or not, I've worked with thousands of people. I can't believe I actually can say that. That's crazy. And 99% of the people all have foot problems, even when they don't know it. We start doing stretches, we start getting their shoes off, and they're like, whoa, oh my gosh, why is this so sensitive? So we're building up these tissues. We're stimulating the body. If you know Chinese medicine, that the bottoms of the feet, every point on the bottom of the feet is connected to an organ. So digestion, elimination, the spine, the spleen, the heart. So you stimulate those, you're also stimulating the rest of your body. So there's a lot of really good things that come from working your feet. But more importantly, I'm going to show you one more exercise that you can do. When you get your feet off, wouldn't that be weird? When you get your shoes off at the end of the day or at some point in the day, I want you to promise me that you're going to do these two little stretches here. Because we're in shoes all day, our feet are not flexing. They're not moving around. Think about when you were a kid, or maybe you do this in your free time, you try to get somewhere and you like go for a hike, not on flat ground. And it's all immobile, it's all like imbalanced, and your feet are like gripping and moving and curling, and we don't do that enough. And so we want to be able to stimulate so what happens then is we're wearing these overly padded, overly supported, stiff shoes, and then walking on hard, flat surface, our feet are no longer getting that stimulation. And if you know anybody over the age of 90, 99.9% of the people, what do you know about them? When they walk, what do? They shuffle. They don't roll through their foot like they're supposed to. Their feet are flat. And they slide across the surface because however many years ago, they stopped using their feet. So if you want to use your feet as you get older, you got to start using them now. It's never too late. I have seen people reverse so many foot problems with just some of these little techniques. So I want to show you a stretch, 2 stretches that you can start doing tonight. Hey, kick off your shoes right now, and you can do them with me right now, that you need to be doing every single day. So I'm going to tip my camera again so that you can see better. And so just kind of bear with me for a second. There we go. Okay, so if you're tuning in, you're gonna see my feet, okay? So don't be like, what the heck is going on? So once you get your shoes off, okay, I'm wiggling my toes. Can you actually do that? That's first things first. But here's the stretch, the 2 stretches I want you to do every single day. You gotta promise me. So the first one is I want you to try to roll over the tops of the toes. I'll turn sideways. You're gonna roll over the tops of the toes. Now, if you're looking at my foot and you're like, holy cow, Hope, there's no way I can do that, start small. It might just be a barely rolling over the toes, okay? So that's the first one. The second one is I want you to do it the opposite way, almost like you're up on your tippy toes, and you're gonna stretch that. You're going to do this 3 times. And as I hold this, I'm going to do a slow count to 10. Why do I want you to count? Because then you're breathing. You're not holding your breath. And then I'm going to flip it back over again. And I'm going to do that 3 times. 3 times for a slow count of 10. Now, when you start doing that, if you've been in hard-soled bottom shoes that have no flexibility, and you've been wearing pillows on the bottoms of your feet, meaning way too much padding, your feet might not be working the way they're supposed to. So just know that some of these stretches, rolling on something like this, stretching the toes like that, it might be a slow progression, okay? It might be a slow step in that direction, but I promise you, you do this every single day, your feet are gonna feel so much better. They're not gonna fatigue so much. Your back is gonna start feeling better. Your knees are gonna start feeling better. Heck, your headaches might start going away. Your digestion might improve. So many things can happen. If I start having body problems, first thing I do is I look at my feet. And there's a bunch of other stuff we could talk about, posture, knee pain, all sorts of different things, how to get rid of orthotics, all different things. But this is only a Facebook Live, so I don't want to keep you here all night long. But these are just a few things that you can do to take better care of your body. It doesn't require going to gym. It doesn't require thousands of dollars. If you decide to grab one of these guys, it's like 14 bucks. It doesn't require you to be anywhere else other than right where you are. So the good news is you can do these things today. You can start now to improve your health, and this is one thing that's going to impact you for the rest of your life. I often say to students and people I work with that if you want to be walking when you're 90, you better get up and start walking now. The idea of I'll fix it later, the reality is later might come and it might be too late. It's not too late right now. So just these tiny little things, a few minutes every day can make a huge difference for you in the long run. So who is ready to take care of their feet? Who is ready to start working on their feet with just small little things? Get off your shoes, roll out the bottoms of your feet every single day, breathe through that tension just like a massage therapist would dig into a knot. You're gonna be doing that manually. So just trust me when I say breathe through the pain, it's good pain, and then roll through your toes, work through your toes because you might need those someday. And once they're stiff and locked up, it's really hard to get them unlocked, but you can do it, you can reverse that. Shane says, promise. I love it. Hey, Michael, thank you so much. Hey, Marlene, Sparks, Nevada. Maybe I know where that is. I gotta think. I feel like I've drove through there. I wear 5-pound Red Wings and walk on railroad. So you're a perfect example. I can't see who wrote that, but you're a perfect example of somebody that has to get those boots off, especially when you have to wear a particular type of shoe for your job. So my husband has to wear steel-toed shoes when he goes to certain locations, and there's no way around it. They won't let him in the building unless he wears those, and they're so heavy. But he's got to balance that out. He's got to balance that out. So you can balance that out. You can do these simple little tricks. These are just a few things that you guys can do. So let me know in the comment section if you want to know about feet. So I don't want to say I have a foot fetish because I don't, like that just sounds like weird and gross, but I absolutely am passionate about people's foot health because I've seen so many people's health physically transform by helping their foot pain. If you feel like you have high arches or collapsed arches, the good news is those are terms that are misused, and usually it's actually more of a hip issue than a foot issue. So you can get rid of those orthotics. You can eliminate things like plantar fasciitis and heel pain and knee pain, all of that. Like you can fix that. That is something that you can take care of, and it doesn't take a long time every day. Hi, Pamela. Hey, thank you so much. Next to Reno. That's why. Okay, Sparks, Nevada. But that's why I know where it is because I have driven through there before. Hey, Bill. How are you? Hey, thanks so much for sharing this out with, I'm assuming, maybe your wife. I very much appreciate that. So let me know in the comment section if you feel like this is helpful. More importantly, please, please, please share out this broadcast with someone that you feel might need to hear this. Someone that you might feel needs to get a foot above the rest. Needs to take 1 foot forward in the right direction, needs to step out and do something different. Okay, that's my sense of humor coming out. But these are definitely things that you guys can do today. Promise me in the comment section that you're gonna do this. Try to do this for 5 days. Do this for 5 days. Next Wednesday, how about this? Next Wednesday, I'm gonna come live again for Wellness Wednesday, and I will teach you guys something else about feet again. But from now until next Wednesday, you have to do these things every single day, just for a couple minutes. Don't need 20 minutes, not even 10 minutes, maybe 5. But you gotta do these every single day. And then next Wednesday, you gotta tell me about how much better your feet feel. And then we'll just keep building on it every single week. Hey, Bill, she just got shots for plantar fasciitis. Yes, absolutely. So plantar fasciitis, in my experience over the last 20 years working with people with physical pain, I have not worked with a client that has not eliminated or reversed plantar fasciitis. I've had people that swore up and down that they had to wear these special shoes and that they had to wear these socks during yoga, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And so plantar fasciitis, if you don't know what it is, it's inflammation of the tissue. So when you see the word itis on something, it means that the tendon and those tissues are inflamed. And actually what happens is you get these tiny little cuts or slits in the tissue. And so yes, we need to heal that. We need to get the inflammation out. That's why ice and things are so good. If you haven't checked out our Stiff Mother Trucker pain relief cream, I create these things for you guys. It's an anti-inflammatory, which is awesome. Really great, enhances blood flow. But what happens with plantar fasciitis or tendinitis, okay, you've heard that before, it's an itis, it's an inflammation of the tissue. It's tiny little cuts, little slits in that tissue that need to heal. But it's agitated because usually the other areas around it are not being used, are not being mobile, and so those are things that you can fix and you can be able to eliminate through some simple stretches and things like this. So definitely check that out. Definitely something worth working into. I will post in the comment section. I just wrote a blog over on our website about plantar fasciitis, so you can check that out as well. Some more cool tips like this. But the cream is awesome. Hey, Rachel, I'm so excited. Yes, the cream is awesome. We're very excited. If you haven't checked it out yet, Stiff Mother Trucker. Yes, we have a sense of humor here. Actually, I do. We is I. And so I created that for all of you. I created that for all of you, that something that will actually work for your pain, something that will actually work for your back, for your feet, for your hips, and last more than 30 seconds, and last more than a few minutes, that you can feel within hours. Even some people are saying after 2 days they can still feel it in that area. That's why we created that. So it's inspired by truck drivers after 20 years of working with people in pain for every single one of you. So I appreciate you during Trucker Appreciation Week. Give us a shout out, let us know, check out our site, check out our cream, share out this broadcast, do all of that because I love you guys. And I will be back on Friday live for Fitness Friday. And then next Wednesday, if you've been watching this whole time, do your foot exercises. And then I'll come back to you guys with some more awesome stuff to help you. Awesome, my whole body hurts after fixing that fence. I can imagine. Well, you can get relief. You can get relief. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you again really soon. To all my truck drivers out there, I so appreciate you. And just remember that you can feel better wherever you are. You can feel better wherever you are. It's one small change, one simple move, and we just keep taking those steps forward 1 foot at a time. Until next time, you guys, have a great Wednesday night. Don't forget to share out this broadcast. Bye, my friends.